Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my honorable, my honorable supporter, my honorable. I did here with you. I still remember your professor of love, part of many inspiration. I talk about myself, our competition. Every game where I bet this thing, you come. So now PhD in love. I still remember that guy. I did here with you.
Okay. There's this song. It says, if you did for me, I go dey for you.
And I shall carry with that now.
Yeah.
If they talk about how many games you play with come to.
That one no concern.
Why you dey lie? Give
Why that one concern you? Who tell you say they lie?
But really, why you dey lie?
Who tell you say they lie?
Before this show kick started, we know what we talk before the show.
Which we talk?
We know wetin.
So we hear everything nice.
We know one club.
No, we hear everything nice.
We know one particular club.
No wahala.
Where do you strong things?
No wahala. No.
Over the weekend.
Who do me something?
I don't worry. Braga no do you strong things.
Who is Braga?
Wetin happen?
Asa Braga.
Why don't
Asa Braga.
Braga no do you strong things.
Who's Braga?
You dey like give listeners.
I be Toby. I know they bet. How they give position.
Just dey shift blame come off from they put on top of
Alright, quickly, let's move on to talk about the transfer window debate. Now let's quickly pick it from Eze moved to Arsenal. Have the Gunners already won the transfer window now? Ayo. Man.
Yeah. I think if I'm going to rate Arsenal's transfer business, I think I'm gonna give them a 8/10. They've recruited well, addressed roles that they need qualities, and of course, they've brought in players that that have an higher ceiling. Players can come in that can do the job, and and also they've also lost players. So the players that they've brought in, I think can be an upgrade on those guys. Players like Zubimendi, they brought in Eze recently, Gyökeres, brought in Madueke, and they've brought in a couple of players that I think they are good. And of course, they've brought in players that can also come into the game and make the difference. They've got quality bench, Kepa, Mascara, a couple of quality signings like that. But the only role that I feel like Arsenal still need addressing is the Martinelli role. I know one transfer window is not enough to address all your problems, right, guys? But then I think Arsenal should address that role. That role needs quality signing. I don't entirely trust Madueke. Madueke doesn't strike me like a player that can come in and do something, can do magic. He can give you one or two good performances here and there, but on the long run, is he an upgrade on Martinelli? Because we've complained about the quality of Martinelli over the years. He's not consistent enough to, to play for Arsenal. He can give you one or two good performances, but over the course of 38 games, is he a guy that you can trust? Is he a guy that can give you the goals? Is he a guy that can consistently give you the assist? When push comes to shove, is he a guy that you can call upon and can give you all the goodies? So I don't trust Martinelli, neither do I trust Madueke. I think the body still lies on Saka or sometimes Trossard, who can also come in, give you one or two performances, but when he starts, it doesn't give you, it doesn't give you that quality on a consistent basis. So it still lies on Saka and it still lies on Gyökeres. So they need players. They need one or two players over there if they can move on Martinelli. And if they are not going to move on Martinelli, they still need someone that I feel like Arsenal can test the waters of Real Madrid and try to sign Rodrigo. I feel like he's an upgrade on those guys. He can come in and complement Saka and strike a good partnership with Calafiori. So they need players in that wing, and hopefully before we still have about 4-5 days before the transfer window shuts. September 1st. So they need someone that can come in and, that can give them quality and relieve Saka of the burden.
All right. Let's come quickly. I want to talk that if not Arsenal, which team has made the best signing so far?
That question is very hard to to even comprehend. It's very hard to comprehend that question that you asked because I would say I don't know. Everybody are signing. You see like a small team signing spectacular player. You see small team signing like player that you don't even expect them to sign. I see the life of Sutherland, see the life of Everton, the life of Burnley. They are signing strikers. Everything happen.
We'll take it
cool,
Me I dey use it and one. Me I do it and one.
Come on, headphone for neck.
Wait, chill.
If that one, I don't tell me. I will go. And next one, I will.
Flip it come again.
Like I'm Jaya.
Shebi you don't jot out your
allow me
point.
lose me and I won't talk.
Lose waiting. What one need point already now?
You know day for here.
Okay. No, wait. Nisu, shey you no wan use am at all?
Oh yeah.
Nico.
I no use them. You go give me.
I jump am
Yes,
now.
I
You say you no wan use am
Mafi
now.
sorrow.
Even when I bring am, I feel say as Ayo dey use am, say make you too use am, so you go balance. As me, I know they really show for there.
If you no use am, no problem.
Yeah.
This more film 1 year now. If you even put your AirPod back, as you come put am for neck, you dey create feeling say you no work.
Yeah, you no put am
You
for
good
neck.
make you no
You
even
go
use am
and
at
turn
all.
now. No use am at all.
Yeah.
Nico.
Yeah.
You use your AirPod back now. Wọ́n sọ pé gbádùn ẹ̀ lo eléyìí gan like ẹ̀ mo kọ̀ ìsísọ sọ pé mo fẹ́ gbé ṣe tí.
O lè lo AirPod.
Bá wàhálà.
Màá lo.
I no cut am, mo máa record lọ. Ó lè record 8 hours bó ṣe wà yìí.
Oya na go on now. You get your point already.
If not
No, you
us
know
now,
for-
which team has made the best signing so far?
So I don't even know what to say because I think asking that question is very comprehensive. It's complex. That question is complex because you see the life of Sutherland, Burnley, Everton, all those small teams. You call them small teams, but you just call them small teams on paper. But this is on match day. They are winning. So I can't even see team that are making signing. But the team that is outstanding that I would say Chelsea, I would say Arsenal, I would say Liverpool, I would say Sutherland, I would say Man U. Yeah, those are the teams I would say that they are making signing. Yeah, but Arsenal making adding Eze to their this thing is impressive. Is a add flame, like a add flame to their team, add flame to this thing, that their team. He has bonds, he has ability to carry balls, is unpredictable, in final thought. And when you lost Odegaard, Eze can play. Eze is versatile. He can play as CMF, play as left winger, play as right winger. So to me, Eze is a package because he can dribble one-on-one. This thing, he can do everything. What Badway can do, Eze can do it times 10. Eze can play in any way. He's very versatile. Carry boys. He can play in midfield. I think last season. I remember last season when we talk about Odegaard not creative, not being creative enough. I remember when Toby you said it that Odegaard was not creative enough, and so this guy can come into the picture. He can come into the picture and do that for do that for Arsenal. And yes, again, as me personally, I feel it's Saka backup. When Saka is injured now, I feel Saka's backup. The guy is good. The guy is extraordinary. Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's quickly move on to because we've had enough of us now talking. Okay. So talking about, I wanted us to talk about the new guy Arteta introduced in the match.
Mascara?
No.
Max Doman.
Max Doman. He has won 3 penalties, but I don't want us to go into all that because it doesn't look like it's all about Arsenal podcast and everything. Quickly, guys, I want us to talk about Rio Ferdinand, the Manchester United legend. Of course, it's not overhyping or it's not overcrowning to call Rio Ferdinand the Manchester United legend. Rio Ferdinand has came out strong and then calling Gabriel and Saliba the best central back in the whole Premier League. I mean, even the PFA Team of the year agreed to this. I mean, but let's stretch it now. Are they the best central back duo in the world football right now? Or we are just overhyping?
No, it's not. I think they are not getting the props because they've actually not won a trophy together, right? If they had won the Premier League or perhaps the Champions League, I think they'll get more accolades than they're getting. I think they are the best pairing in the world right now. I don't see any other pairing getting close to the qualities.
Bro, in Real Madrid we have Militao, we have
no, Madrid don't have
in Insta we have
consistent
Bastoni,
pairing.
we have Asepi. I mean, do you think we are crowning Arsenal too quickly?
No. The truth is, in 3 years, Madrid have not had a consistent pairing. For Inter Milan, they play with 3 centre backs. So it is hard to say this is the consistent, pairing they have. Sometimes it is Acerbi, Bastoni, and Damian, or Stefan De Vrij, or sometimes Jan Bisek play with, the 2 other guys in Bastoni and Acerbi. But for Arsenal, in the last 3 years, it's been Saliba and Gabriel. So they've been consistent with the pairing. For Real, sometimes it's Militao, Odegaard, sometimes. Even the only time they had a consistent pairing was between Alaba and Militao. And that lasted only for a season, right? Since Rudiger came to the picture, it's been different. So they're not getting the props because they've not won a trophy together. I think if they can try to win something this season, I feel like they will be getting the accolades they deserve. They are the best for me right now. They are the best. And look, even when they attack the opposition box, these two players are huge, are huge for Arsenal, and they can wreak havoc on the opposing team. They are the best player from. They actually remind me of, maybe they are not there yet, but they remind me of the partnership between Vidic and Terry. One was calm, the other was bullish. If you see Saliba,
Vidic and Ferdinand.
Ferdinand was calm. Vidic was bullish.
Yeah.
Terry was calm at times, right? Carvalho was so bullish.
Did Terry had a constant, partner?
So, no, it didn't.
At some point, it was Alex.
No, that was later on in his career. I'm talking about the era of Jose at Chelsea. The first stint of Jose. He had the Ashley Cole of this world, the William Gallas of this world. But when Carvalho came into the picture, it was Carvalho Terry, and the pairing lasted about 4-5 years, if my memory serves me right. And then we had Vidic and Ferdinand. So they remind me of those guys, but those guys are revered up to this moment because of the trophies they won. And they won those trophies on a consistent basis. If Saliba and Gabriel can do that, I think they will get the props they deserve, because trust me, these guys are qualities.
Look, do you share any other thoughts from what Ayo is saying towards us?
I feel like, number one, I will say I concur with TY, I concur with what Ayo was saying. And again, I think the partnership is very extraordinary, and I think we are not giving them enough credit. You understand? So we have Saliba. Saliba is 23, Gabriel is 26, And there's one thing I love about Saliba is that his positioning, and his calm under pressure. You understand? And his passes were very accurate. I'm talking about last season now, or last season. His passes were very accurate, having 91 completion of passes. Coming to Gabriel now, he is very aggressive. That's different dynamic. Very aggressive. He used to he won multiple area duel and set pieces threats when you want to, we know Arsenal for one thing. When you are talking about corners, Arsenal for corners. So it's one of the most important factor in that thing. So I feel like the partnership is one is elegance and distribute ball, and one has power and is very aggressive. So to me, I feel like that partnership is very accurate. Is very it makes sense in a way. So when you talk about the word now, we talk about I feel like I would say in Real Madrid, I would say my this thing there, my most CB that I rate there, I would say I rate Rudiger and Alaba, but I can't put them. They have history. We've read about steals that they've done that thing before. But coming to Real Madrid, what have you done in Real Madrid? I can't say anything because Rudiger is consistent, but Alaba is not consistent. He's always injured. Coming to Man City, you have Diaz and Stone. What are you doing? Stones is not a traditional CB. It's more of a hybrid road. It goes forward. So it's not. So for me, I would say what he said, what Ferdinand said is very accurate. In a way. But if Arsenal can win the EPL, they'll become a legend.
All right, quickly, let me stay on you. Speaking of accurate, we've seen praises of how Arsenal defense have been formidable. We've talked about how Arsenal defense, has been in shape, in elegance. A lot of credits. Now let's just come back to the gap right now. If Mikel Arteta still fails to deliver a trophy after getting Eze, after the kind of praises Ayo have sang, about Arsenal defense, should Arsenal fans should be calling for his head, or is that just too harsh? Or should we buy into Ayo saying probably if they can get a certain Rodrigo, or if they can get a one Make signing into that side, then maybe. But the pressure is real. Imagine all this spending and still no silverware. What is going to be the fate of Mikel Arteta?
If I say a lot, I'll be like, if I say too much now, to be like maybe I'm eating us now. So let me turn on my comment on that. So Arsenal fan, when it comes to fans now, I think expectation are very high, because now we have they've signed Rio Ferdinand, signed Madueke, Eze, Zubimendi, all of them. They've signed. So that what is expected is for him to win trophy. You understand? It's for him to win trophy. That's what is expected for him. But coming to the hierarchy of the club now.
In 120 seconds, what's happened to Mikel Arteta? How do you rate Mikel Arteta if he doesn't win?
Coming to the hierarchy of this club now. They don't want. They just want second or third. So that's what they want. So personally, I just feel like there's no need. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Yeah, Toby. That's what I'm saying. Nothing will happen.
Have you got some other thoughts apart from what Lekon is sharing?
Yeah, I think I share a similar feeling with Lekon. What the fans want is different. I think it's different from what the hierarchy want. It looks like if Arteta still managed to finish in the top 4, or preferably finish second, he will still be the manager at the helm next season. If I'm talking about even if he doesn't win anything, but make sure that he makes it into the Champions League places, it's still gonna be at the dugout come next season. But for the fans, they want to see something. Arteta has been extremely backed. He's been backed. The last time a manager was backed like this, that was in the days of Arsene Wenger, right? He's been backed season after season. He's been backed this season. He's signed in all the targets that he wants. And according to report, Arsenal are looking to sign another defender if Kivio leaves. They're looking to sign Ikampe from Bayern Leverkusen on a 60 million euros deal. So there's no excuse for him not winning anything. The fans are going impatient. They want to see Arsenal win something. And looking at it, if the Arsenal fans are so impatient because during the course of the season, they looked at Chelsea. They finished 2 places above Chelsea, right? But Chelsea still won the Club World Cup, won the FIFA, what's it called?
Club World Cup.
FIFA Club World Cup. They won the UEFA, what's that?
Super
third?
Cup.
No, it's not
Super Cup. After Europa.
Conference League.
Conference League. Yeah, thank you. Conference League. So if Arsenal fans are looking at that, at those trophies Chelsea have won, they're not going to be happy if Arsenal still finish this season trophyless. Even Arsenal must start losing players because, look, what is the essence of playing football? And at the end of the day, you retire and there's nothing to show for it. The Arsenal players will start growing, growing impatient and start to be frustrated. Arsenal must start losing the players like Saliba to the likes of Real Madrid, because if imagine Arsenal finish the season trophyless and the likes of Barca, Bayern and Real Madrid come calling in the summer for Saliba, for the likes of Saka, for the likes of Gabriel. What do you think? These guys will move. They have to win something to show that there is an intent. It doesn't have to be Premier League, right? Maybe the FA Cup and maybe the Champions League go as far as the final of the Champions League, right? If you're not going to win the league, make sure you push the team that wins it till the last day. There has to be intent and there has to be a trophy to show for that intention. There have to be hunger. These players want to, because this is not an excuse for Arteta to go another season trophyless. It is not going to be acceptable, not for the fans. I don't know what the hierarchies are, because I feel like the hierarchies are so satisfied with what Arteta is doing.
All right, guys, let's quickly talk about a new football trend: strikers on strike. Brentford, Newcastle, Atlanta, everywhere you look, players are downing tools to force moves. So first, should these guys be making it public, or should they stay behind closed doors? I mean, we talked about Ademola Lookman trying to push his Inter move by skipping training, but we saw Atlanta standing firm. We saw the same case when we crossed to England, Alexander Isak versus Newcastle. Guy wants Liverpool. Newcastle said, forget it. I mean, so then we had a certain Jan Visa from Brentford, of Brentford as well.
Going on strike.
I mean, going on strike. so what's with this new trend of strikers on strike? I mean, once you go public, you can't turn back. Look at football 2 weeks out, deleting Atlanta post like it's a breakup.
Wisa has also done the same thing.
Yeah.
He's deleted all the Brentford pictures on his page and it's gone dark.
I mean, Ademola Lookman case looks tired to push his Inter move.
Toby, it is quite unfortunate that these players are failed to understand the kind of contract they are on. Let me start with Isak. You're on a 3-year contract with Newcastle, right? Newcastle have all the veto power, and Newcastle are so fixated on Liverpool meeting their price tag. If you're not meeting at £150 million asking price, this guy is not going to leave. If Isak wants to move to Liverpool, you have to have a conversation with Liverpool. There is a price tag that you have to meet if you want me to come. Isak said something. He said he had a conversation with Newcastle board over the summer, and he had the same conversation with Eddie Howe over the summer, talking about gentleman agreement. Toby, there's no gentleman agreement anywhere. If it is not in paper, you can't have a mouth-to-mouth conversation and say, okay, mouth-to-mouth agreement with the club and say, okay, I'm going to move in the summer, and this is where I'm going. Newcastle are not a pushover club. They used to be, but not anymore. They are one of the richest owners in the world, right? If not the richest owner in the world. There's an asking price, £150 million. Liverpool don't want to meet that asking price. Isak doesn't want to play. Who still hold the ultimate power here? Newcastle, because of the 3-year deal he still has with them. If he's not going to respect the contract, and if he's not going to respect the club, I think the club shouldn't let him leave. If I were the owner of Newcastle, I'm going to stake my claim. You want to leave? This is the asking price. If they are not ready to meet this asking price, you're not going anywhere. And I'm still going to look at all the transfers that have been done over the summer and look at the players that have come for higher fees and look at the players we're losing. Is this player not better than those guys? Look at Madueke. Take Madueke, for example. He moved to Arsenal on £52 million. Misak is far better than Madueke. And if these guys are not going to meet the asking price of our best player over 2 years, then nothing is going to happen. It's not going to go anywhere. It's a 2-year contract. It's not going anywhere. It's 3 years. I beg your pardon. It's not going anywhere. If he's not going to, or if Liverpool are not going to meet the asking price, then he's got to respect the club and get back to training.
Look on quickly. I quite felt that. Do you think that if players don't fight dirty, they will get stuck? They won't get what they want. The players need to fight dirty before they get what they want.
Talk about Lukman.
Yeah, we're talking about Lukman, Isak.
So I think I don't see this thing they are trying to do. To me, it doesn't make sense. Going on strike, telling your club, people that have power over you, that I don't play for them. Just like I don't know how they used to say it. When you know that you have a wife and husband, when your husband is telling you that, okay, Sumbalaja. I know your husband like, you don't want Sumbalaja, but you say Sumbalaja because it's your husband. It's a must. That's your responsibility. That give your husband this thing. That's the relationship between Isak and Newcastle. Newcastle, that's your husband. Isak, now wife, give your husband. Let your husband take your responsibility.
But wife talks him won't move on.
Move on. Let me get this. Let me get the power over you.
But no be do or die affair.
No be do or die affair. But you sit there for granted saying let me get power. Say so. But coming back. Let me come back. So Isak now, no, he said he doesn't want to move. He said he doesn't want to play that. He wants to stay as he wants to move to Liverpool. Yeah. What he said is a fair point. We start to said he wants to move to Newcastle, but I just feel like when it comes to Isak and this team, they are playing the same game, but one does not have sense. I'm both of them. I feel like Isak is not correct, and it doesn't have sense because Isak. I understand Isak because Isak is an important player in Newcastle. He's an important player. They need Isak. Isak carries that attack for them in Newcastle. So I understand when they are saying that they don't want him to leave, that they're asking for 150 million euros. I understand. But this is now, how much are they asking for? You're asking for 40, 50 million euros. And you're saying, it's not important now. You see, Brentford is known for selling prolific players, for selling players out. That's what. So if they say you have now, they were that faster. So for me, Visa now is the only thing. Doesn't make sense. So now we are just looking at it as if they are like this is not reasonable, but in a way it's reasonable because this thing will cause maybe a discomfort in the dressing room. The manager will not have to say again when this is the way players can express that. But what Visa is doing now, I don't see it. I don't see it because now you are doing something. You are not important. Who is Visa? It's not important. So Brentford is known for selling players. That's their this thing, identity that for selling players. So now if they sell Visa now, they were just fast. But now if Newcastle sell Isak, they can't adjust now. Maybe next season they will adjust, but this season they will not adjust. Coming back to Lukman now, Lukman want to go. But me, I feel like Lukman case is because Atlanta don't want to release him because I feel like Atlanta's they've sold who was this guy? The striker, Retegi. What's the
Retegi.
Yeah, they sold that one. So they don't want to let him go. But I feel like Atlanta should have no come in the way of a man to man and talk it very well. No, I think they should have one-on-one conversation. I think all these games that they are playing now, I don't see it. But to me, all this thing on long run it will affect the players, because it will damage your reputation, on the long run. That's what I see. I know I was arguing on it on last week episode. I was telling you why this thing will damage their reputation on the long run.
But really though,
the
I think the Isak and the three players have similar situations, right? It's about asking price. For Wisa, Liverpool, 4 times, Newcastle have tabled £25 million. Brentford have come out to say it is not enough to price Wisa away. For Lukman, Atalanta are saying is worth 50 million euros, right? But according to reports, Inter have only tabled 41 million euros, which Atalanta have said that it is not enough to snatch away their prized asset. Same thing for Isak, £150 million. I think these players have to understand that you can't eat your cake and have it. You can't tell the club you want to leave and still tell the club, this is where I want to go, and still tell the club, this is how much you're going to sell me for. This club, you've put them in a very critical situation. These players are best players of their clubs, right? Wisa, as of now, since they've lost Mbomo, is their best player. Lukman, same thing, African Footballer of the Year. I think it is quite unfortunate that Inter are not willing to offer African Footballer of the Year 50 million euros. Consider the fact that players that are not of the same quality as Lukman have gone for higher fees. This is not, this is a case of if you want to leave, we accept that you want to leave, but we have to get every last penny from this deal. This is why these three clubs have held on to their players. If you want to leave, this is how much you're looking to get. And if these clubs that are wanting to get you can't give us these fees we're asking for, then you're going to stay put.
Ayo, players these days now, use strike cryptic IG post, agent leak and, like the basic modern pressure. And we've seen this played out. Conte at Liverpool,
yeah.
Dembele at Dortmund, Rabiot at PSG. Even in 2021, I remember Harry Kane skipped sports training to force a move to City.
But I think Harry Kane didn't make it this complicated.
Because he has the England captain band, probably because he had to. Now should FIFA or UEFA bring in a strong penalty for strike actions like this? Should there be a policy in place? Because listening to some guys online, and it talks about how clubs sell these players without warning. If it's the club that wants to do business, clubs sell these players without warning. But when this player wants to force a move, suddenly they are called unprofessional. Is that fair?
Fair on the clubs or fair on the players?
Fair on the player side. And talking about
I think
I
feel like it is not fair. It is not fair. I feel like it's not fair on both sides. Look, every club wants to get the last penny from their best player. If you want to price their best players away, they are looking to get every last couple from the deal. It is not fair on Newcastle also, because Newcastle are looking to, they're already in Europe. They are going to play the Champions League, right? This is not the time to lose your best players. It is not fair on them. And I feel like Isak has not got about it in the right way. And even if FIFA or UEFA are to intervene, what are they going to do? They are not going to tell Newcastle, this is how much you're going to get. Unless FIFA are looking to complete whatever is left of the money the interested club are going to pay. Right? So if you're going to tell me, please let this player go, then you're going to pay me. It is not fair on those clubs too. Those clubs have been, Newcastle fans. I so much feel for them, because 2 seasons ago they were singing the praises of Isak. Right? It was the best thing after sliced bread. It was the best thing to happen to them since the days of Alan Shearer. Right? And now this same player has gone AWOL. Has gone on to turn on the club, has gone to turn his back on the club. And this is a very critical situation for Newcastle, because Newcastle, you could tell from their first game, they're still struggling. And it is quite unfortunate that Eddie Howe, as fantastic that he is being dragged into the situation, because this is one of those situations that you as a manager, you don't want to be in. You don't want your best player to turn on you, and you don't want the best player to turn on the club, because now he's been put in the middle. Now he has to deliver the results without his best player on the pitch. And looking at all those things that has happened to Newcastle over the summer, they've lost all their desired targets. Ekitike, Shesko, Visa himself, as Brentford are yet to let him go. Matheus Cunha, João Pedro, Liam Delap, and so on and so forth. It has been a very difficult summer for them. So if FIFA are going to come in, in what way are they going to, are they going to settle the situation? Because this is not a situation of he wants to leave, you're not letting him leave. It is a situation of he wants to leave, but if you're going to leave, the Manchester club has got to meet our asking price.
I just feel like the question you asked, I feel like this is a relationship between a company and a worker. Company and the workers, we have a right. We have a right to do some certain things. We have some right to, workers to have some right to, go on strike. If you Nigeria now, we go on more strike.
Na norm.
Yeah, na norm. You don't even become this thing. You don't turn tradition. So we don't go on strike. So I feel like it's normal for this thing. I think it's a right. That's one of the policies. That was one of the rights for a player, to do that. But I think where you are coming from, or where that question is coming from, is when players do that, it doesn't make sense. To me, I feel like the visa one doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. I don't see any reason why we go on strike. I feel like it's tarnishing the right or the policy, for players to be doing like that. Because why will you say, oh, I'm not playing? Why will you say this? See, when you're saying someone is important to a team, you can't say visa is important to a team. You can't say visa is important to Brentford because it's not centered around him. When coming to Newcastle now, it's centered around. See, when Isak is not playing, Newcastle are missing something. They are missing a piece. They are missing. It's like a puzzle. So to me, I just feel like Wisa is
so who is at fault now? The players or the club?
No, I feel it's a right. You have the right to do it. You have the right to say, "Oh, I'm not playing." That's the right. That's
you're on a 3-year contract.
You see, I feel like this is inside the policy, inside the constitution. That I'm talking about constitution of football now, or contract now, like policy now of football or of contract. Like I have the right to do this because when you do it, you scatter the dressing room. You disrupt the dressing room. You make the managers to think like you make the manager think it to be to be going to not to
It's put the manager in a very different, delicate situation.
You get so, and personally, the manager will not want to have that kind of player on his team. So that's what that's what the move is for. But I just feel like there's some players that are just but I can't even articulate my word now. There's some players that are just going about it in a wrong way. So that's
yeah. Isak, we've seen players go to their desired clubs, and from the get-go, it was difficult. The parent club not agreeing with the Manchester club on transfer fee, right? If Isak really wants to move, why not shell out some money from your pocket? We've seen players do that before. Gyökeres had to forfeit some money to get his move to Arsenal. Why not do that? Why try to go on strike? Because now he's being fined. Every training that he's missed is being fined for. Why go about the whole situation? Because now the situation is messy. Now he's put Newcastle in a very delicate situation. Newcastle are not going to bow to Isak, to Isak, and Isak is not going to bow to Newcastle. Now it's a situation of who is going to bow first.
Isak.
Now Isak's got 3-year contract to honor. Newcastle they have all the ultimate power. If they are not gonna, because now the World Cup is around the corner. Isak is looking to play at the World Cup. He has to play games to be fit for the World Cup in 2026.
He has to play games for even Liverpool to keep interest.
Because next, if he goes missing for a year, not playing for a year,
6 months.
number one, he is going to lose value. Number two, Liverpool might not be interested anymore because now he's a delicate player. It might not be the Isak we once knew. This is not the right way to go about it, and I so much appreciate Newcastle for not bouncing because in the last few years now, we've had players dictate to clubs on where to go. It is fine. You want to go there, but if you're going there, we are getting all the money we want. If you're not, and if this interested club are not paying us what we want, then you're not going to go.
All right, guys, quickly, let's move away from this. We can't get enough of this conversation. Guys, it's open to you. Now we're asking who is at fault, the players or the clubs? Quickly, let's move away from this and let's talk about another interesting topic around the world of football. Talking about United and Chelsea, is there something in relation to this, the Garnacho, the Bayern part, from moving from Chelsea to Man United? Are we having something similar to this, or is because the young lad has not gone to Instagram as well?
I feel like a couple of times Garnacho, because even Garnacho disrespected the club before all the other guys. After the Europa League final, he came out to say some words that wasn't supposed to get to the media. Right, he's come out to disrespect.
I guess once a player goes public, it's war.
Yeah, it is war because you've called the public into the discussion. Now, there's no way you call the media into this and try to remove the media
and trying to put the club in the corner.
Because now you've boxed the club into a corner. Now you can't tell the club how to react.
Don't think sometimes a player has no choice. No, because behind closed doors, club will stonewall you.
You always have a choice.
Once you go public, look, you force everyone to pay attention. It's ugly. Toby, but maybe it kind of works.
As a player, you always have a choice, especially if you are on a long contract. Garnacho is on a long contract. This whole situation is also centered about clubs wanting a certain amount, interested clubs not willing to match the amount. Now, Chelsea say they value Garnacho around £30 million. United are saying Garnacho is worth £50 million. Chelsea are not going to budge. United are not going to listen to whatever
Garnacho wants to move to Chelsea.
Yeah, he wants to move to Chelsea. He said, even at some point, Bayern came to the picture. He rejected
exactly. That doesn't look. Are you sure it's not bad? See, because
these players, I think the worst thing that has happened to football is player power. Player telling clubs, this is what we want. It's not a bad thing to be ambitious, to want a better club, to want a better environment. It is not bad. Even as a human being, when you feel like this environment is not offering me what I want, it's not giving me the kind of what's that word now? The kind of please help me with the word. The kind of protection that I want. You want to move, right? But you're not going to dictate to the club how much the club should get. The club know how much you're worth, right? The clubs are looking to milk every last penny out of you. So this is the whole situation is all linked up, right? It's all about price tag, meeting price tag, and interested clubs not meeting up. If Garnacho also wants to move, United have their price tag set up. If Chelsea, because look, United are going to look at the transfers, and this is what happens. If, for example, you're buying this phone, right? And you're buying this one. I know the function of this one. I know the functions of this one. I know how much this is worth. I know how much this is worth. You're not going to say this is an XL, this is a 14, right? You're not going to say this is worth more than this. Do you get my point? Chelsea got Gittins for almost £55 million. Gittins didn't have the kind of statistics Garnacho has, and Gittins is yet to represent England in any senior competitions. Garnacho has won the Copa America, has represented Argentina, has been called up a couple of times, and Chelsea are saying this guy is worth 30 million. and this guy is in 23, 22 or 21.
That's one.
So
That's one.
it doesn't make any sense, right? Because United are going to evaluate everything and be like, okay, we've seen the players that you guys have signed for higher fees, and we know the player we are offering. This guy is worth more than all the players you have, you've gotten. And United are going to look at the Madueke situation too. If you can sell Madueke, who can boast of 10 goals a season for £52 million, and get Garnacho that has scored more and that has represented his national team in bigger tournament for 30 million, it is absolutely ridiculous.
I just feel like this whole scenario is catastrophic.
Catastrophic.
How they say it.
It is catastrophic.
Man, my dog.
Yeah.
You understand? So I feel like, as I said earlier, I feel like it's at the rights. We all have rights in this life now. We have human rights. Even women, we have human rights. Everybody has rights. I feel like these are the right that we should have. These are the right the players should have. I feel like there are some players just abusing the power. Because the same thing happens to you see some the human rights when it comes to our this now. Our traditional way now. You see human rights. You see husband and wife fighting, and the wife go and report to the human rights, and they come and carry the man. Later they will decide that it's the husband that is 40. So that I think that's it. I feel like that is. I feel like everybody should have a right. But when it comes to Garnacho, I think Garnacho is very someone that is very proud, egoistic about this. How they say. Yeah. So he's very proud. So I think he's the author of his own destruction. I think because where he's going now, that's the pathway of destruction. When when coming out, come after this thing, after lost, you come out to say that they should have played you. Who are you? You're not bigger than the club. This thing. So personally, I just feel like what Man U are trying to do is like, why will you sell Madueke? What's Madueke playing? What's Madueke doing? Personally, me, I would say Garnacho is better than Madueke.
Yeah, in the last few months,
I don't know. I don't know.
Look, I'm someone that I don't base my analysis on stats. Sometimes I so much love eye test. I so much, want to see what you can do. But because stats doesn't tell you the true story of the game. It doesn't picture. Stats just tell you half story, just like chances created. I could give you the ball from halfway line, and you could dribble your way through to the goal and score. So right? It will start to tell you I created a chance, but the ball that I gave you was halfway line.
Sorry to budge in. I'm looking at the bigger picture now, and I'm looking like what it means. I mean, for United, could it be that selling Garnacho to Chelsea is like madness? I'm talking about this, like we're trying to strengthen.
It could light up the Premier League,
a rival
at Chelsea.
Yeah, when they've already lost Madueke to Arsenal.
You know what?
I mean,
this is the player's mind is already made up.
Exactly.
Right? After the Europa League final, look. There are some interviews that you grant, and this is the last straw.
Okay, now can I ask these guys? Lekon, quickly. Can we say that would Garnacho be an upgrade on Madueke?
Before I go to that, I'll just say this. When you sell we sell a blunt player to us, we are trying to sell a good player to you now, and you're selling us is very ridiculous. It's a ridiculous price. You sell a mount. You sell mount. Something.
Are you speaking from the fans' perspective?
Yeah, I'm speaking from a fan. No, you should be on record. When you send Messi Mount to us, something about
it was £50 million.
£50 million. And we are saying,
and he had only a year, on his contract.
You understand? So that's all.
I think that this club doesn't have issues.
It's very
Chelsea and Manchester United doesn't have issues when they want. So what's with?
We don't have issues. It's very ridiculous, But coming back to your question that you asked, I'll say Garnacho to me personally, it was. I don't know. Maybe people say that maybe because they know me as a Man United fan, or maybe because I hate Arsenal or this thing. They'll say
Do you actually hate Arsenal?
I don't hate Arsenal. I love them. I love it. We have love it. We have love and hate relationship. So, I have my weakness.
No, we fight you and we fight all three.
That's why I said I have love and hate relationship with them. So let me see. But coming to the statistics of everything, say Garnacho is 21, while Madueke is 23. You understand? Garnacho is a direct runner. You know, is a big threat. You know, aggression to goals. You want to score. You know, high volume of this thing. So to me, I would say Garnacho is a more. He has more threats in the final third. When you come into Madueke is just progressive carrier. He just carries ball. You know, he takes one-on-one. One-on-one. Sometimes that one-on-one going will not succeed. But let's say he takes one-on-one. You know, he creates isolation. And when you come to the goals and the assists of last season, you see last season, you see Garnacho coming in this scene, have more goals, assists more than him. What does Madueke? Madueke starts. See. All I'm just trying to say is that.
120 seconds.
But all I'm just trying to say is that this Chelsea and Man United fan, I feel like Man United are doing something here. I know they should. That guy he wants to ruin his career, and we just give him tickets. Let him ruin his career. So that's it.
Ayo, quickly, let me come to you. Look, I've said, you know, Garnacho coming to Chelsea is like he wants to ruin his career. I have my own thoughts. Let me share my thoughts in 120 seconds.
I didn't say coming to Chelsea wants to ruin his career. I said the pathway that is going now.
The pathway is to Chelsea now.
No, the way how he's going about it. How he's going about it. That's all.
Okay, is it about going to Chelsea that is ruining his career?
No, it's not about going to Chelsea. It's just, of course, if you go to Chelsea, you will something. So don't let these people come from you. I beg.
They call you the fear.
I fear.
I quite felt that, I don't know, for me personally, the truth is I don't think Chelsea need another winger right now. I don't think so. I mean, probably just need direction. I mean, signing Garnacho, of course, it's going to definitely generate, it's going to win headlines.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure it's going to solve Chelsea's problem. I mean,
what is Chelsea's problem actually?
I don't know. Probably just need to
do they have a problem?
They probably, of course, they've not made any tests so far this season.
I don't think they have any tests. But
through the course of the Club World Cup, they were so impressive.
Yeah. I don't think they have any tests to prove.
So it should still be probably it should still just wait at United. I don't know.
We don't want him again.
Fight for his place.
You should not fight for
becoming just
another name.
No, I mean,
because if he's not careful, this is just going to be another transfer name.
Will he bench Kuna?
The truth is,
of course, it can come off the bench.
It should not
come off the bench.
The truth is, I think that chapter is closed. When you, like I said, when you make such interviews, you either have made up your mind, this is the last straw, or maybe it's either you leave or the manager is already leaving. It's one of those things. But Garnacho has made his mind up and he's decided not to play. Though Amorim asked him out of the team. But I feel like Garnacho expected that after that interview. He knew what was going already. But the thing is, I don't know if it is the right move for Garnacho, because when you look at it, Chelsea is not a team, like in the last 3-4 years, Chelsea have become a serious commercial club. Look, who is Garnacho gonna bench? Like if you are a young player like Garnacho, you need to play more to improve. Chelsea have loads of players. They still have some on loan. They still have some that we join in the summer. They still have one in this player in Sporting Lisbon. I don't remember. Quenda, that is going to join, I think, next season. What is the fate of Garnacho in this team? Look, they have Gittins. They have Pedro Neto. They have Tyreek George. I think they have up to 5, 6.
I think that one is going to Bayern Munich.
But it's not been confirmed. But as things stand, he's still Chelsea player.
Yeah.
So the competition is crazy at Chelsea. Honestly, I feel for him because as a young player, you need to play more. But I don't think Chelsea are going to offer him the kind of games. Though I don't know the conversation between Garnacho and Chelsea, but the way Chelsea have gone about their businesses in the last 3-4 years, even when you're playing well as a player, they're still looking to bring you 2-3 more players.
let me play the devil's advocate here now. I would say Garnacho fits well to Maresca system. You want goals, you want someone that I feel when I watch Chelsea game, I feel like the only people that person or players that give me joy in that team. Now, I still watch that game. I still watched that game last week. I'll say the only player that gave me joy is Pedro Neto. That guy, when you watch him, you see him everywhere. So I feel like Garnacho can do that because when you want something, there's a difference between you want something and telling me telling you that I need you. That you want me. I feel like if you want me, you put down your guard and come out and show that your utmost side that we've not seen before. That your apex side, that we've not seen before. So I feel like Garnacho fits well to Maresca system, and I feel like, but the way it's going about it does not make sense, but yeah, it fits well to the system.
All right, guys, quickly let's move outside the arena and Lekon. And before we close this, what is it about you, the fans, or we, the fans, when two public figures married? I mean, the world starts yarning about now gold digger, it's about gold digging or betrayal. I mean, I'm still talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, and someone has to say that, what's the commercial legal side of this, of this celebrity marriage? Are those narratives real? Or it's just a PR spin?
I don't want to talk about Ronaldo and his
because Ronaldo is your daddy.
No, is my icon, idol. Personally, I look forward to. I don't want to love I don't want to love her. I don't want to be in that space. But I don't want to talk about Ronaldo.
Is it everyone that get married that love?
I don't. That's the saying, Sha. That's the saying. But when it comes to this, I just feel like all these people are all this. I think what's this guy's name? Fabio. What's this guy's name? What is his name? Fabio. He transferred this thing. Fabrizio Romano. I think he spoiled everything. When you say transfer, you tell us the
it was always gonna come down to that. I feel like the age we are in right now, it's it's a technological age.
I know, but
everyone have access to all these things now.
I feel like is one of the primary source. One of the primary things that caused that this thing. You see athlete now. You see them demanding that they'll get married to you. After 6 months, they'll tell you that you want to divorce.
But how was Fabrizio's?
I feel like it's a sort of it because all those girls now, all those ladies, they are saying this on his page now. They're saying no. See,
look on our conspiracy theory.
I beg.
Look on our conspiracy theory.
See, no. I tell you, say,
how that can be Fabrizio's problem?
They call me professor of law.
Okay.
I get. They call me professor of law. I get PhD law. So I always think
it's letting out too much of our information.
Yes.
Okay.
See, for example, now, Superman case. See that girl. I say the guy. Now me send the guy message say, the guy, open your sense. So I'm missing a message.
Say me no marry. So you not advocate of of bad behavior.
I don't be advocate. You see, that's the way I'm getting this wrong. I'm not an advocate of bad behavior. I'm just letting you know that this is the fact. I'm giving you the factual this thing. The factual. This is
so marriage is not a bad thing now.
Marriage is not a bad thing to people that are in marriage.
Okay, look, I want to put this question to you. You go marry?
No.
Why? What happen?
Me, I don't see. I feel no. Wait, tell me. Just give me 1 minute. Man, answer this foolish boy. Marriage is not a destination. Marriage is a journey.
Oh.
Man, tell me.
No.
Man, land now. About land now. You ask me question. You know what make I answer you. The question again.
The mistake what I do be say, I don't feel they ask single person what marriage is all about.
It crazy. See,
I don't retract.
I don't tell you know, man answer you. Marriage is a journey, it's not a destination. And I feel like people are always
says who?
Professor of love. People are always
Professor of love never married before.
People are always eyeing that destination. When they should walk the journey, when they should trek the journey.
If I don't say you be professor of love, right? What is your longest relationship?
All right, guys, please. We quickly need to move on.
Look,
Thank you.
see how Tommy State save you.
I quite felt once lawyer and brandies don't enter love. Love starts looking like a business transaction.
Yeah, it is.
And the whole episode, it's looking like a PR stunt. And,
It is.
What have you? I don't know if you guys have any other thoughts.
The truth is that on a very honest note, now in the Western world, they absolutely change this thing. Players get married, athletes get married, then in few weeks they are divorced and their possession is halved.
Yes.
I think that's where the problem is.
Yeah.
Women have so much power in the Western world.
Yes.
And that is why I feel like fans and supporters are scared of, Ronaldo getting married. You've seen the situation of athletes and your girlfriends dating for years, then the moment they are married, next 3 months, they want divorce. And, from players that is in the, at the, what's that word now? That is at the top.
Peak of
His career. From there, it just comes down after the whole. Because relationship can absolutely.
Yeah. Do it for Mama Tattoo.
As much as relationship can help you, it can absolutely ruin you.
Yeah.
If you are not with the right person.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's our package for today. You read it from the guys.
And Toby, there's no right person.
All right, and that's a wrap. It's Football episode 32, and we've talked about the strikers and strike, but the conversation doesn't.
Sorry, Toby. Please, guys. Like we do say, just get us to 1,000 followers on TikTok because we're looking forward to streaming live with you guys, and yeah, we are looking forward to streaming with you guys live. And on YouTube, get us to 1K followers if we can. On Instagram, we can also do live videos on there. Get us to maybe 1 million. It is not too much to ask. I know you guys can do it for us. You've been with us from the start of the journey.
If we do not exist too.
You've been with us since the start of this journey, and we are still going to go far. We still have so much in package for you guys. So in order for us to, give you all the packages that we have in store, you have to, you still have some things to do for us too. So the only thing you can do for us is just to keep liking, commenting, giving us the follow. And also you can also share our videos. We have so many beautiful videos on TikTok you guys can share. So just, just keep following us. And also you can get all the latest episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Audio Mag. Which one will they come?
Now there we go.
Okay, we always
for now
on every sometimes Tuesdays or Wednesdays or Thursdays. You can always get the latest on Football Yarn on those platforms. Thank you so much for always being our backbone.
All right, as always, guys. Look on any parting shots.
No, I don't have any bad shots, but I just feel like I am Arsenal.
No parting shots, and your parting shot don't get parting.
I don't feel like Arsenal are going to, I feel like Arteta, I feel like Arsenal have everything now, but I feel like their biggest problem now is that guy, that man, that boy.
No parting shot with that.
As always, I'm your host Toby, and until next time, let's keep loving football and let's keep yarning football because it's always football yarn. Now football with the yarn, we know the what,
know the needs.
See you next episode.
If you need to go.
I don't want to talk about.
Yeah, this episode is very detailed.
Yeah, 3 talking points.
He did very and see I say he get beef well.
The episode dey well detailed gan.
Ó yẹ kí n jẹ́ kó jẹ́ one camera or two on you, one camera or two on you. Mo ti gbàgbé pé ìkejì ilé wà around.
Next episode.